Every year when the weather gets colder, the sheep leave the mountain and head for the fall ranges before they make their way to the winter ranges on the desert. That would be the plan if it were a normal year. Due to drought over the last several years, the amount of feed on our winter permits just won't be enough to support all of our sheep the entire winter. So what do? We head south. Over the past several years, we've seen very little moisture, both here at home and out on our winter permits across Utah's West Desert. We rely on those rangelands to feed our sheep through the cold winter months, but this year, there's just no way they can handle the numbers they usually do. So here's the problem. We shipped lambs early to make it through the summer range without overgrazing. Every acre of fall range and every hayfield we have will be pushed to the limit just to keep the sheep fed until winter. But then what? When the feed runs short, the question becomes, where do we go next? For us, the answer this year is south. A few years back, we found ourselves in a similar spot. We hauled a herd down to Southern California from November through March, grazing on hayfields and vegetable ground. While we were at home shoveling snow off our driveways, those sheep were belly deep in grain feed taller than they were. By the time we brought them home, they were fat, slick, and ready to roll. This year, it looks like we're headed back. By splitting off our older sheep and shrinking the other herds, we'll stretch our feed here at the ranch longer and delay heading to the desert. That balance will get us through the winter and leave enough feed for the sheep when it's time to come home for lambing and shearing in the spring. On paper, it sounds simple. Fewer sheep means more feed, and the old ewes down south get all they can eat. But there's one big catch. The green go-go juice that makes our semis run isn't free. And when you're running a 1,400-mile round trip on a fleet of trucks, that fuel bill adds up fast. Between wear and tear on trucks, trailers, the price of tires, and all the joys of the road traffic, breakdowns, long days behind the wheel, and unpredictable fall weather, it's not an easy job. But that's ranching. You adapt, change plans on the fly, and do whatever it takes to keep things moving forward. If you haven't figured it out by now, the only thing that's constant around our place is that we constantly change. So let's do some trucking. With the lambs gone and everything gone through, we gathered up all of our sheep and combined the older ewes into one herd. With summer coming to an end and our allotted time on the forest finished, we moved that herd from one of our summer permits down to some private ground we run on. We'd planned to hold them there for a few weeks, just long enough to buy some time before we headed to California. Remember when I mentioned unpredictable fall weather? Well, it definitely plays a big role when you're moving anything with trucks. Our original plan was to load this herd right on the mountain and haul straight to California. But as we watched the forecast, it showed heavy snow coming in the day we were supposed to leave. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that nothing goes right when you're trying to load wet sheep on muddy, snowy roads with fully loaded semis. That never ends well. So, to avoid a mess, we decided to go a day early. Load the sheep, haul them off the mountain, and feed them at home for a day. That way, come snow or shine, we'd have solid ground and easy access to our corrals for loading back onto the trucks and heading south. It was one extra step, but when we saw the mountain the next morning, we were sure glad we did it. 3 trucks loaded, on to the last one. We'll get it loaded and head off this hill. It's getting cold. official. Our last sheep are off the mountain. We are loaded on 4 trucks, headed for the ranch. We're just getting a few little snowflakes here and there, even though it's got blue sky. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty snowy and bad, so we're getting these things off of here. We'll go unload them down to the ranch, feed them, reload them in the morning, and head south. Trucks unloaded, but I went down and weighed just to see where we were at and make sure we were good. And we're a little heavier than what we thought we were going to be, so we got to figure out how to get as many sheep down as possible but be legal, cruising through the port of entry going into Arizona and then in California. So we're gonna make some decisions, see what we can haul. Got to go get the cab over. This morning when we drove up, the white truck, we had it over getting fixed yesterday, and we thought we had the problem fixed, and this morning pulling up the canyon, it didn't want to work as well. So we're gonna leave it behind, hook up the old cab over, and it's gonna head to California with us. We're gonna cruise across the road, go get fueled up, make sure all the tanks are full, get sawdust in these trailers so the sheep are nice and dry and comfy going all the way down on their long drive. Run one more time through all the trucks, make sure everything's ready to roll, and then we'll probably call it a day after we get everything fed and taken care of. Bright and early in the morning, hopefully it doesn't snow and rain on us too much tonight. We'll get everything put in a corral, loaded on these trucks, and head south to California, right down the border of Mexico. Gonna get us some sawdust gathered up, put in the trucks. Got sawdust and everything, got fuel and everything. We just got to get sawdust in this last truck. We'll go throw some in the back of here so it's ready to go. After we get done with that, where we were in the mud this morning a little bit, the trucks are a little dirty and muddy and kind of looking nasty, so we'll make sure they're steam cleaned off and power spray them, make sure they're good and clean so they're looking better while they're driving down the road. On to the next thing.
In our experience, it's worth taking the extra time to make sure everything looks good. Get all the mud off and make sure things look presentable, especially when we're headed as far as we are tomorrow. Our trucks don't always get washed and cleaned as often as we'd like, so when we have the chance, we take full advantage of it and give everything a good bath. The stickers on the cab over had started to peel, and we've had new ones sitting around for over a year now. We figured it was about time to get them put on and keep the old cab over looking fresh.
It's been a full day. Hauled sheep this morning, came back, been working on trucks, and we got the cab over all ready to go. Thought we were ready to go home, and we didn't have any lights on the truck. So we've been working, got the whole dash torn apart inside here. Ended up having one wire that had been clipped and another one that had been frayed in there. And we got her now. We're gonna get her all put back together, buttoned up, and call it a day. And go trucking all day tomorrow.
"12 and a half hours after we started this day. Hauled sheep, got them down, unloaded, worked on trucks, changed some tires, cleaned everything off. Cab over we thought was ready and needed some attention on some wires and lights. Just got all that put back together. We're gonna cruise the old yellow truck out of here, head for home, get some dinner, go to sleep, wake up, cruise out of here in the morning. It's a good thing we planned ahead. The mountains are looking a little snowy this morning. Wouldn't have been any fun to load in the snow and the mud and try and get out of there this morning, so good deal. We'll load down here and head out of here and hopefully not have to deal with any mud.
Even though we were on flat ground and stayed off the mountain to avoid getting stuck, we still ended up spinning out one of the trucks where we'd been feeding. There was just enough manure and old hay on the ground that the truck couldn't quite get enough traction to move backward. Luckily, being down here makes things a whole lot easier than dealing with it up on the mountain. I guess we couldn't make it too easy, or it wouldn't be any fun. We're stuck on flat ground. Too much hay and manure. See if that did the trick.
We can get hooked up and belly dump next week. It's close. The good reason why we're not loading on top this morning.
No,
Big.
Quick tug with the backhoe. We were back to loading again.
Always got to be one escapee.
Almost 3 trucks done. We'll spread some sawdust in the last one. Get ready to get it loaded full of sheep.
Got all our U's on. We're just gonna load the bucks up now. Four trucks loaded. Gonna go take a quick shower, get cleaned up so I don't smell all the way down. Load up, go away, make sure everything's kosher, and then head down south. Let's get driving. Well, we almost made it. We rolled across the scale. Everybody else was underweight except for me, and I was way over. So we're gonna go pull a few sheep off the side of mine, put them on a couple other trucks, get everything evened out so we're legal all the way through. And then maybe sometime today we'll head to California. It's gonna be a long day and an even longer night. By the time we get down there, it'll be probably 2 in the morning. So it's turning out to be a day. Now we've got my truck hopefully where it needs to be. We're underweight. We loaded those off. We're gonna turn those sheep around in the chute, run them back on, load 20 on the old cab over truck, 10 on the other one, and hopefully we'll all be underweight and ready to rock and roll. Turn them around, back down the chute we go. We are underweight and ready to hit the road. So we're gonna do some cruising. I'm gonna get the old driving sharks on, hit the road. Alrighty, it's official. We're hitting the road. We can cruise down here 70 miles an hour and we are on our way. 5 minutes down, 13 and a half hours to go. We left last night, everything was working, everything was the way it should have been. We were gonna start loading early in the morning, and then it rained like crazy, so we pushed back a little bit so the sheep weren't so wet going on the trucks. Didn't end up starting to load until about 9 o'clock, and then we were overweight and had issues. We're figuring out numbers, getting everything where they needed to be, getting it all done. And by the time we took off, we are now 1 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 9:30 when we should have been. That's just trucking, I guess. Every time you try to get anywhere fast, it seems like it just takes that much longer. In there taking some naps, hanging out. We're gonna jump back in, cruise down through, get through the port of entry into Arizona, and keep on cruising through Vegas. Get something to eat real quick, keep on cruising. What do you need, Missy? There's the old cab over, pulling on in.
put some fuel in the other trucks. Mine has bigger tanks, so I don't need any right now. We'll get some tomorrow on the way back in Arizona. So we're gonna pull around and get out of the way so somebody else can fuel. Get some fuel in the other 3 trucks, and we'll go in and get us something to eat. Juice, and then go get us a hamburger. Got us a beverage. Got a quarter pounder with cheese, a Cheeto, and some Cheez-Its for dinner and breakfast and lunch till tomorrow. Ready to roll. Gonna take us a little bit and get there late, sleep, wake up, unload these things, turn around and head for home. Back in the truck. Gonna cruise down the road, another 5.5 hours or so to go. And we'll be there tonight. Let's do it. Well, that's not encouraging. Looks like there's traffic as far as you can see in both directions getting onto this other highway. We might be here a while. Slow traffic. It's hard to get anywhere when you're going 15 miles an hour, but at least we're moving. Looks like we got about 3.5 hours to get where we're going tonight, give or take an hour. We're gonna leave this freeway here in just a minute, get out of this nightmare traffic, go on through the desert, keep on cruising.
I love what we do. There are so many different parts of this life that I enjoy, but one of my absolute favorites is seeing the trucks lit up and rolling through the dark. There's just something about those glowing stock trailers cutting through the night that makes me happy every single time.
Extra long days driving, long nights, pulling extra hours. We're just about 150 miles away from where we got to get to tonight. Go take a sleep for a couple of hours. Only thing keeping me rolling is a little bit of ranch fuel. Woo! Love it. Just before 1:30 in the morning. Just got the old truck backed in. Gonna get the other ones backed in, parked for tonight. Guy's gonna meet us here in the morning, direct us where we need to go unload these sheep. So we're gonna go to sleep for a few hours and wait for the sun to come up and unload and turn around and head for home. in, go to sleep. Sheep are just sitting on the truck. They're gonna go to sleep too. They're just laying down in there, relaxing. I'm gonna crawl in, go to bed for a couple hours. As soon as the sun's up, we'll follow this guy to where we need to go and where we're gonna unload him. Kick him off. Head back up the road, back for home. Time to call it a day. Beautiful morning. We're ready to go unload some sheep, get them on some good green feed, head for home. Give me some breakfast real quick. Add that to the pile. Looks like we made it to where we're gonna unload. We're gonna pull up. He's already got a chute here. We're gonna unload these things onto some green feed.
After 700 miles and hours in the truck on the road, it was time to get these sheep on some green feed. They'll spend the next several months down here in California, feeding on hay fields, vegetable fields, and pasture grass. It's a long ways down here, especially since those mountains you are seeing just down the road are all on the Mexico side of the border.
floating on cloud nine. Do you feel turning round. 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine. To earth, it's just as good as up there. I'm gonna keep you near, 'cause you're all I need, my dear. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. Safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine.
Just like that, we are unloaded and ready to head back home. Got me a raspberry powdered donut. We're gonna cruise across the border into Arizona, go get some fuel, get us some lunch for later, put the skinny pedal down and head for home. Time for some go-go juice and some lunch. Go-go juice to get these babies down here. Got another cheeseburger. Ready to hit the road. We'll get out of here, head through Arizona, get into Nevada, get on the other side of Vegas, stop for just a few minutes, and then head for home. Get trucking. Taking a little stretch for a minute. Hours outside of Vegas. We're gonna creep on cruising. Looks like we got us a plugged filter on the cab over, so we're gonna do a little bit of switching, a little bit of parking lot mechanicing, see if we can get this old girl going again, head for home. gonna go fill up this jug so we can fill the fuel filters, get them put back on. Hopefully she'll run. Top of the fuel filter was clear full of junk, so she ain't gonna run that way. So we'll get her cleaned up, new some filters on, keep cruising. Got us some go-go juice to refill the filters. Let's go get this thing running. Quite enough. We'll get one more apple juice of go-go juice here and get us nice and full so we fire up and run. Yes, we will. Oh yeah, she's purring. Well, hopefully that fixed it. We'll find out. Let's get cruising.
It's a long haul, but when the sun sets over those California fields and the sheep are belly deep in green feed, it all feels worth it. Every mile, every early morning, every late night load, it's all part of keeping this way of life alive. Ranching isn't about taking the easy road. It's about doing whatever it takes to keep moving forward, even when the path changes year after year. From the high mountain ranges of Utah to the southern edge of California, this journey is more than just hauling sheep. It's about perseverance, tradition, and pride in the work we do. So we'll keep rolling, one load at a time, chasing feed, chasing weather, and chasing the life we love.
One last stop, and we're 3 hours to home. After a long day, we are just rolling up the last hill, slowing down, and pulling into the shop to park these trucks for the night. Whew! We made her. We left this morning down there after we unloaded about 9:30, and it is just before midnight. Been a long day. We're gonna shut these trucks down, cruise for home, go to sleep, call it a day. First sheep are where they're gonna be for the winter.